Hello, I'm Bill Miranda, Mayor of Santa Clarita, and I want to welcome you to this virtual Earth Arbor Day celebration. Today I am joined by my fellow council members, including Mayor Pro Tem Lorene West, Council Member Jason Gibbs, Councilwoman Marcia McLean, and Council Member Cameron Smythe. In conjunction with Worldwide Earth Day, the City of Santa Clarita has celebrated Earth Arbor Day as a free and educational resource for residents of all ages to learn about environmental awareness, eco-friendly products, and local organizations that are dedicated to keeping Santa Clarita the beautiful city we call home. We as a city have been at the forefront of eco-friendly green practices since incorporation in 1987. And this year, the city will accept its 31st consecutive Tree City USA Award from the National Arbor Day Foundation. As part of our acceptance of the Great Award, we commit to planting even more trees through the community that will improve air quality, reduce greenhouse gases, and provide shade for our residents to enjoy. During the course of this program, I hope you take the opportunity to really absorb this valuable information. There's never been a better time to renew your commitment to going green through sustainable activities like recycling and gardening. We have plenty of exciting tips coming your way, so stay tuned. We will also be joined by members from Bike, Hike, and of course, Green Santa Clarita, who will each provide unique resources and tips to encourage green, sustainable lifestyles. To kick things off, I'm going to turn things over to Urban Forestry Administrator Valerie Furchaw, who will teach us valuable pruning and planting tips for the tree season. Take it away, Valerie.
Thank you, Mayor Miranda. Santa Clarita's picturesque landscape is one that has been carefully sustained over the past 33 years. With the help of city staff, Santa Clarita has become one of the most beautiful communities in the Southern California region, filled with lush green hillsides and plenty of trees. And speaking of trees, here we are currently standing in the city's tree nursery at Central Park. This is where little trees are raised and maintained until they are ready to be planted throughout the city. This can be at a local park or any other city location. When it comes to planting trees, the first and most important step is to find the best site to plant. Keep in mind that the ideal tree planting site is big enough for a tree's roots and branches to grow, has the right amount of sun, and has good quality soil. The second step is to select the type of tree. Take time to research which tree species will be best for your site and what makes sense for your individual maintenance needs. When buying a tree, be sure to buy from an established tree nursery to help ensure your tree has the best chance for long-term growth. Select a tree that is appropriately sized for its container to help avoid circling roots. For example, a tree in a 15-gallon container should have a trunk that's between 1 and 2 inches in diameter, as seen here with our Arbutus marina, or strawberry tree. If the trunk diameter is abnormally large, chances are that the tree's roots have begun to circle within the container, resulting in a dense root ball that can prevent the tree from forming a strong, wide, radial root system. When selecting a tree, be sure that it has a strong, straight, undamaged trunk. Be sure to also check the tree has green, healthy leaves unless the tree is dormant, and ensure that there are no roots growing out of the bottom of the container or around the trunk itself. You'll also want to avoid trees with harmful insects, evidence of disease, or one that has weeds growing in the container. Once you've selected a tree, carefully transport it to the planting site. We recommend using clean, sharp pruning shears like these to trim away any broken or damaged branches, water sprouts, or any branches that are growing towards the trunk of the tree. So now that we are ready to plant the tree, it is important to make sure the hole is at least 2 times wider than the diameter of the root ball and deep enough for the tree's root ball to sit 1 inch higher than the original soil level. The soil that is removed during the process of digging the hole will be used to fill in around the tree's root ball. First, put some backfill into the bottom half of the hole around the root ball. Use your hands to press the soil down gently. Then add more soil to fill up the rest of the hole. Firmly press the soil down again with your hands. Use your hands to make a 3-inch high mound around the edge of the root ball. This is called a berm, and it will help retain water. Last but not least, install tree stakes to help the tree remain upright until the tree's root system has developed enough for the tree to stand strongly on its own. To help prevent damage to the tree's bark, avoid using materials like wire, cable, or rope to secure the tree to the stakes. We recommend using tree ties that are made specifically for this purpose. Once your tree is well established and can safely withstand your site's wind exposure, usually after 1 or 2 growing seasons, you can remove the stakes. And that does it. Remember to keep your tree well irrigated, especially when the weather is warm or windy. Now let's check in with Mayor Pro Tem Laureen West.
Hello, I'm Mayor Pro Tem Laureen West. We are fortunate to live in a thriving and beautiful community filled with a variety of trees that create fresh air and provide shade. From the mighty oak tree that is featured prominently on the city seal to the many mature trees that adorn Northbridge Park's paved trails, Santa Clarita is filled with natural foliage that provides a healthy environment for our residents to enjoy. One of the places we can enjoy these majestic trees is on our local trail system. With 100 miles of multi-use trails for hikers, bicyclists, and equestrians, the ability to explore Santa Clarita by a connected trail system has never been easier. But the city's beautiful open spaces didn't happen by accident. The more than 11,000 acres of protected natural open space are thanks to strong leadership and our Open Space Preservation District, which protects and preserves Santa Clarita's natural beauty. The City Council, by preserving open space lands, has made a positive and significant impact on the retention of wildlife corridors, the restoration of threatened and endangered species native to California, and the expansion of the city's green belt buffer in and around our city. The enhanced aesthetics of a greener landscape and passive recreational benefits to the community are immediate and a positive impact to our health. If you do decide to go out and hike, be sure to respect nature and all its wildlife, and take a friend along or a family member with you. On this Earth Arbor Day, remember to keep hydrated, wear plenty of sunscreen, and pick up after yourself to ensure that everyone can enjoy our trails. I'd like to now turn things over to Administrative Analyst Christina Jacob, who will share some valuable information about Hike Santa Clarita.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem West. The city of Santa Clarita has about 11,000 acres of beautiful open space and miles upon miles of multi-use trails, giving hikers, bikers, and equestrians the ability to enjoy a whole new side of Santa Clarita. Did you know many of the open space areas that we all enjoy today were once slated to be developments? Because of the city's advocacy for preserving open space, areas like the 500-acre Newhall Pass open space are now preserved for future generations and also serve as important wildlife corridor. Today, Newhall Pass open space is a great place to see views of the San Fernando and Santa Clarita valleys. A little-known secret is that if you come on a clear day, you can see all the way to Catalina Island. This open space also provides great trail connections through the Newhall Pass, with even more trails being added this summer. Our Quigley Canyon open space has many great trails for residents to explore, from our easy nature trail hike on the Fox Loop to intermediate City Loop and Rollins Loop, and not to mention the Coyote Loop for more advanced hikers. Through all of our open spaces, there is something for everyone. We invite you to come out, explore our open spaces, and share your experiences with us on Instagram at HikeSCV using the hashtag HikeSantaClarita. For more information, please visit our website at HikeSantaClarita.com.
Thank you, Christina. Hello, I'm Councilmember Jason Gibbs, and I'm excited to talk to you about the importance of preventing pollution. Santa Clarita is known for being a picturesque and clean community. From our local paseos to the Santa Clara River, we are set on maintaining our commitment to providing programming and services that maintain our community's beauty. For the last 25 years, the River Rally Cleanup event has served as a valuable volunteer opportunity for residents, families, and businesses to join the city in picking up waste in the Santa Clara riverbed. Thanks to your help, the city has picked up approximately 450,620 pounds of trash from the Santa Clara River since the first river rally in 1996. Just last year, the city was able to introduce the 2020 Neighborhood Cleanup and Online Environmental Expo. This socially distant event served as a safe way for residents to get outside during COVID-19 and pick up trash in their local communities, in addition to enjoying a challenging scavenger hunt and free giveaways. We are proud of the approximately 1,100 participants that picked up trash in their local communities that, if not collected, would have polluted our local storm drain system and, by extension, the Santa Clara River. Aside from these fun events, there are other ways residents can do their part, and I would now like to introduce Kelly Kachmar from Green Santa Clarita to provide tips on pesticide application.
Thank you. I'm here today at the community gardens at Central Park, and right next to me is Bouquet Creek, one of the creeks that flows to the 13 miles of the Santa Clara River that winds through the city of Santa Clarita. Bouquet Creek in particular is vulnerable to polluted runoff from residences. Pollutants get washed down gutters, into storm drains, which flow to the creek, and then into the Santa Clara River's groundwater. A particular pollutant, pesticide, can easily be prevented from entering our waterway. First, prevent ants from coming into your home by not leaving out food and dirty dishes. Apply caulk to openings on baseboards and around pipes. Keep landscaping neat and clear of weeds and debris. Second, if they do make it into your home, use non-toxic alternatives. Spray the line of ants with soap and water, wipe with a sponge, and their scent trail will be erased. If you must use pesticide as a tool, please read and follow the directions. Spot apply instead of spraying entire areas. Keep the pesticide off concrete and other hard surfaces. Last, but most importantly, don't let newly applied pesticide wash away. Whether it's with a garden hose, sprinklers, or rain, keep pesticide from washing off your yard and landscape so that it can be effective. Don't apply just before rain, and make sure you turn off your sprinklers for a couple of days. Visit greensantaclarita.com for more information to keep Santa Clarita green and clean.
Hi, I'm Councilmember Cameron Smythe. If you follow us on social media, you're no doubt familiar with our bold and informational Recycle Hero campaign, which serves as an educational program for residents of all ages to learn about the importance of disposing of their waste properly. It's been just over a year since our local Recycle Heroes began the fight to recycle right. Since that time, many heroes have stepped up and are doing their part to keep our planet and the wonderful city of Santa Clarita clean and green. I want to give a big thank you to all of you who have learned the value of recycling and practiced the important tips about what should and should not be recycled. Be sure to remember that not every item belongs in your recycle container. Recyclable items include cardboard, clean paper, empty plastic bottles, glass bottles, and jars, and empty aluminum and tin cans. Recycling is not just at home. The City of Santa Clarita has made it easy for residents to recycle bottles and cans at some of our local parks and bus stops too. Be on the lookout for pictures of Recycle Heroes on our Big Belly solar trash cans and recycling compactors. In addition to being a solar-powered trash compactor, these units are located at many of our parks and bus stops and serve as an educational resource for all residents to participate in the city's fight to recycle right. If you are ever unsure which items do not belong in the recycle bin, be sure to visit greensantaclarita.com to see a complete list of recyclable materials. Don't forget to use the hashtag RecycleHeroSC to show the city how you recycle right for a chance to be featured as a Recycle Hero on the city's social media accounts. All of this recycling adds up to a healthy and sustainable environment, ideal for the city's beautiful trees to grow and flourish. As we celebrate Earth Arbor Day, I want to thank you for your continued commitment to keeping Santa Clarita beautiful and green. And I look forward to being able to connect in person with all of you at future in-person events like the River Rally Cleanup, which will take place this year. Now, I would like to turn things over to Laura Jardine, project technician with the city's environmental services team, who will talk about a few more recycling tips.
Thank you, Councilmember Smythe. We are so excited to have the help of our local recycle heroes during the Earth Arbor Day event, and we have some awesome recycling tips to share with you for the spring season. As Councilmember Smythe mentioned, the purpose of recycling is to create new materials out of discarded items. If you are unsure of what items are recyclable, just stick to the 5 most common items, which include cardboard, paper, empty glass and plastic bottles and containers, and clean aluminum and tin cans. Once placed in a recycle container, these items are taken by our waste haulers to the Materials Recovery Facility, or MRF for short. Through a combination of machines and hardworking employees, materials are neatly sorted. But what happens when the wrong items make their way to the MRF facility? It can slow down the process or even ruin an entire load of good recycling. To make sure we don't recycle the wrong way, or wish cycle, let's talk about just a few of the items that do not belong in the recycle bin. Items like flimsy plastic bags and plastic wrap make it difficult for sorting machines to identify a recyclable item. Be sure not to recycle tanglers that can get caught in the recycling equipment and slow down the city's recycling stream to a screeching halt. This includes items like hoses, hangers, extension cords, and string lights. Last, make sure you properly dispose of hazardous waste like batteries, paints, and compact fluorescent light bulbs, or CFL bulbs for short. Although these items are disposable and recyclable, they need to be handled separately and not placed in your recycle bin at home or your place of work. You can take these items and other hazardous and electronic waste to the next Household Hazardous Waste event. Although we had one just a few days ago, these events happen a few times a year, so be sure to visit greensantaclarita.com and mark your calendars to avoid missing this free event. If you would like to dispose of some of these items before the next Roundup event, please visit our website to find a list of local facilities to dispose of your waste safely. Be sure to share your recycling pictures with us on social media using the hashtag RecycleHeroSC. Don't forget to stay up to date with all things Recycle Hero in Santa Clarita by visiting greensantaclarita.com. Thank you.
Hi, I am Councilwoman Marsha McLean, and I am at the River Village Trailhead enjoying the beautiful breezy weather. Besides recycling, planting trees, and using caution with pesticides, you can also help protect our city by using alternative forms of transportation. In 2020, we saw an increase in the number of Santa Clarita residents who utilized our robust bike infrastructure. In addition to fun year-round bike events and award-winning programs like the Heads Up Pedestrian and Pedestrian Cycling Safety Campaign, the city has made biking more accessible than ever. So accessible, in fact, that many residents are now opting to bike around town to get to work, go to school, or even to the grocery store. Residents can also enjoy exciting biking opportunities like the brand new Trek Bike Park of Santa Clarita, which has already garnered much attention for its diverse set of tracks and trails, perfect for cyclists of all skill levels. I encourage you to stay tuned for the city's Bike to Work Week Challenge in May, where those who work locally can earn special prizes while reducing their carbon footprint by riding their bike to work during the week of May 10th through May 14th. Now, I would like to introduce Tom Riley, Trails and Bikeway Planning Administrator with the City of Santa Clarita, who will talk more about our award-winning trail system.
Hello, I'm Tom Riley, Trails and Bikeway Planning Administrator with the City of Santa Clarita. Earth Arbor Day is a great time to embrace green alternatives in our lives, and riding your bike is a clean, green, and active way to get around Santa Clarita. We found that communities with a robust trail system are healthier because trails promote an active lifestyle.
The benefits of exercise to our physical and mental health are well documented. But did you know that using your bike for short trips can provide measurable benefits to the health of our planet? If a driver opted to ride their bicycle for a weekly errand, that one action would result in a removal of 230 pounds of carbon over the course of a year. Additionally, if only 5% of the annual users on our trails were to use their bike for a trip they would normally complete by car, it would result in the removal of 840 tons of carbon. Instead of going to work in a car, residents can take advantage of local paved trails and on-street bike lanes to get where they need to go. Even with all of the progress, further development of the city's large trail system continues to be our priority. As the network of paved trails and bike lanes continues to expand and connect us with more trail destinations, residents will have an even better opportunity to take a bike to get around town. Be on the lookout for local wayfinding signs. These are a great way to reference where you're headed on your ride quickly. We're glad to see cyclists taking advantage of the miles of paved trails, and we look forward to seeing how our future work will benefit the community. Visit bikesantaclarita.com to check out the non-motorized transportation plan and for more information on safety gear, including wearing a helmet and being aware of your surroundings. Thank you.
As we close today's program, I'd like to thank our residents who, through sustainable green lifestyles, have preserved the beauty of our city for generations to come. It has been a pleasure to be with you for this Earth Arbor Day celebration, and I'd like to thank my fellow council members for joining me today. More than 3 decades ago, Santa Clarita became a city, and while we are constantly progressing and evolving, we continue to place importance on protecting our environment and our community's natural beauty. As the City of Santa Clarita continues its journey toward an even greener future with programs like the Recycle Hero campaign and additional new EV charging stations, we have plenty to be excited about. It is my hope that you take advantage of every opportunity to go green in Santa Clarita. For more information, resources, and upcoming green events, please visit greensantaclarita.com. Thank you and have a great day.